President Bola Tinubu has stepped in with a very heavy hand to stop the fire burning in Rivers State. Today, the news is everywhere that the president has given a direct and final order to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to stop all plans to impeach Governor Siminalayi Fubara. This move by the president comes at a time when many people in Rivers State were starting to feel that the political war between the two leaders would never end. It has been a long and painful journey for the state, and this latest intervention is being seen by many as a way to finally bring some peace so that governance can continue. The president made it clear that the constant fighting is hurting the people and that the instability in such an important state will no longer be tolerated under his watch. For many months, the people of Rivers State have been living in fear of what might happen next. We have seen lawmakers divided, court cases flying everywhere, and even a time when the state was placed under emergency rule. You will remember that back in March 2025, the situation became so bad that the president had to declare a state of emergency for 6 months, which even saw Governor Fubara suspended from office for a while. It was a dark time for the state. But today, the president is saying that enough is enough. He has told Nyesom Wike and the lawmakers who are loyal to him that they must put away their plans to remove the governor. The president believes that the focus must now return to serving the public rather than fighting for political power. However, this peace does not come for free. The president has laid down some very tough conditions that both men must follow. For Governor Fubara, the news is a bit of a double-edged sword. While he is happy that the threat of impeachment has been lifted, he has been told by the president that he must formally recognize Nyesom Wike as the undisputed political leader of Rivers State. This means that even though Fubara is the governor sitting in the government house, he must respect Wike as the man who holds the political keys to the state. The president was very firm about this, saying that in politics, seniority and experience cannot be ignored just because of personal disagreements. He even used himself as an example, asking if the current governors in Lagos do not respect the leaders who came before them. As we look at these developments, it is clear that the president wants a balance of power. If you are finding this update helpful and you want to keep up with the latest news about our country, please take a small moment to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Your support helps us to keep bringing you these stories in a way that is easy to understand. By subscribing, you will be the first to know whenever something big like this happens in our nation. We truly value having you as part of our community. The president's directive also touched on the upcoming by-elections for the House of Assembly. There are 2 seats that need to be filled on February 21, 2026 in Ahoda East and Kana. The president has instructed that the candidates backed by Nyesom Wike must be accommodated and allowed to participate without any trouble from the governor's side. This shows that while the governor gets to keep his seat, Wike still gets to keep his influence over the legislative arm of the government. It is a very delicate arrangement that is meant to keep both sides from clashing again. The president mentioned that all party disputes in the state, whether they are in the PDP or the APC, must now be routed through Wike as the leader. This situation is quite unique because Nyesom Wike is still officially a member of the People's Democratic Party, even though he is working as a minister for the APC government under President Tinubu. On the other hand, Governor Fubara recently moved over to the APC in a bid to find protection from his political enemies. This mix of parties has made the whole crisis very confusing for the average person on the street. But the president's message today is simple: let there be peace. He told both men that the 2027 elections are still far away and that talking about who will run for a second term is premature. For now, the only thing that matters is that the state is stable and that the government is working for the benefit of the residents. Many elders in Rivers State are breathing a sigh of relief today. They have seen how the state's progress was halted because of this fight. When the governor and his former mentor were at war, nothing else seemed to move. The civil servants were worried, the contractors were unsure, and the ordinary people were the ones feeling the heat. By ordering Wike to halt the impeachment, the president is trying to ensure that the oil-rich state does not fall into total chaos. Rivers State is very important to the economy of Nigeria, and any trouble there affects the whole country. This is why the president felt it was necessary to step in personally before he traveled out of the country for his official visit to Turkey. We must also look at how this affects the lawmakers. The group of lawmakers who have been trying to remove the governor for over a year now have been told to back down. This might not be easy for them as they have been very vocal about their grievances. However, with the president himself giving the order, it is unlikely that they will continue with the impeachment process. They have been told to return to their duties and work with the governor to pass laws that will help the people. The president warned that he would not tolerate any more legislative shutdowns or actions that make the state look like a battleground. As we watch how this new peace deal unfolds, we should remember that this is not the first time a truce has been attempted. In the past, agreements were made only for them to fall apart within weeks. But this time feels different because the president has set very clear red lines. He has defined exactly who is the governor and who is the political leader. By making Fubara acknowledge Wike's leadership, the president is trying to heal the pride that has been hurt on both sides. It's a big lesson in humility for both men. The governor has to accept that he cannot stand alone yet, and the minister has to accept that he cannot simply remove a sitting governor whenever he is displeased. In the coming days, we will see if the tension in Port Harcourt truly begins to cool down. The people are tired of the drama. They want to see roads being built, schools being improved, and jobs being created. They do not want to wake up every morning to news of another plot or another protest. If this intervention by President Tinubu holds, it could be the start of a new chapter for Rivers State. It is a reminder that in our democracy, there must be a way to settle differences without destroying the foundation of the state. If you have stayed with us this far, we want to thank you for your time. Please remember to share this video with your friends and family so they can also understand what is happening in our country. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It helps us to grow and continue bringing you these stories in a way that is easy to understand. We will be here to update you as soon as more details emerge from the government house in Port Harcourt or from the presidency in Abuja. For now, the word from the top is clear. The impeachment is off and everyone must find a way to work together for the sake of the people.